Good day everyone, my name is Christian Day Tibirono and my group is Andre Dominic L. Buhangin. Introduction. Lockdown effects on all pupils since the COVID-19 epidemic. Studies have examined the psychological effects of the pandemic on college students as well as coping mechanism. The COVID-19 pandemic, for example, has disrupted academic processes, which has made students more anxious, especially for those who lack adequate social support. Other health risks like depression, alcohol, and drug use, and eating disorder symptoms have also been reported among Kawan University students. As a result, students who have lower levels of mental health are more stressed about their academic endeavors and have lower levels of self-efficacy, happiness with their schoolworks, and a sense of community at their school. Stress has also been linked to decline in medical students' motivation to pursue a career in medicine once they graduate. Due to the pandemic's increased workload for students, uncertainty over the end of the semester, and ambiguity around study demands stress levels have grown. These students have also described feeling lonely, uneasy, and unhappy as a result of the restricted social life they had during the epidemic. Previous research has shed light on a few coping mechanisms, such as the fact that pupils who seek out knowledge about the epidemic and a sense of purpose in life have greater levels of mental well-being. Students who spend a lot of time on social networking sites and are highly motivated and engaged in online learning also report less discomfort. Surprisingly, found no significant deviation in levels of stress and mental well-being from the accepted norm among college students in Philippines. Statement of the problems. How the students affected during lockdown? What is the effectiveness of distance learning for the students? What is effects of distance learning on the health of every student during pandemic? Significance of the study. The IT students, the IT researchers, the future research. Chapter 2. Due to the implementation of AI, collaborative learning activities are now often used in university courses. However, the COVID-19 epidemic has caused a drastic and sudden change in the teaching learning paradigm employed by the majority of colleges, as well as in the manner in which students complete group objects. Our research is centered on learning how computer science students have addressed collaborative programming projects in light of this novel circumstance. For this reason, we have created a cross-sectional pilot study to investigate how students conducted their group programming activities during the closure of universities, how they are doing them now, when social distance must be maintained and what they have missed in both situations from both a social and technological standpoint. The study's findings show that under the first component, the students adopted a work divided or dispersed peer programming paradigm, and only few of them use synchronous distributed collaboration technologies. Following the lockout, most students choose a collaborative student programming style, and synchronous distributed collaboration technologies were more often used. To evaluate the effects of the COVID-19 lockdown on undergraduate and graduate students at the different institutions and universities in West Bengal from May 1 to May 8, 2020. As online poll was run to gather the data, students received a link to Google Form-based structure questionnaire through email and WhatsApp. A total of 232 students filled out the survey to evaluate the participants in the study's learning state. A straightforward percentage distribution was utilized. About 70% of students were engaged in learning during the lockdown time. The majority of the students utilize Android smartphones to access online courses. Students have been dealing with a variety of issues, including home study environments that are understandable, but internet access and despair and anxiety. During this epidemic, students from rural places and underprivileged groups in particular comfort a great deal of difficulty in their academic pursuits. This study recommends focused actions to foster a supportive learning environment for students from the most vulnerable groups in society. Strategies are desperately needed to create a resilient educational system in the state that will guarantee the development of young minds, productivity, and employable skills.
College students are especially susceptible to worry during the COVID-19 pandemic because they are unsure how the lockdown following the pandemic would affect their future academic and professional opportunities. In addition to the other worries, in the earlier written literature, gaming has been acknowledged as a stress reduction strategy. The current study's objectives were to evaluate college students' gaming habits during the lockdown that followed the COVID-19. Methods information was gathered from a group of students who served as the sample frame for a larger investigation. There were 393 college students enrolled in total. Following that, all of the qualified students were contacted through email and WhatsApp and requested to provide the information. Results: about half of 50.8% of the participants claimed that their gaming habits had improved, while 14.6% claimed that they had become less active while the school was under lockdown. Hours of gaming per day, odds of ratio 1.75. Increase in the gaming due to exam-related stress, and belief that gaming helps manage stress were discovered to be independently associated with gaming behavior during lockdown period in binary regression analysis. Conclusion: in the lockdown period following COVID-19 pandemic, the increase in gaming behavior was associated with examination-related stress. These observations highlight the need to focus on the coping style of the students of ascertain the likelihood of them engaging in gaming behavior as a coping mechanism against stress. All facets of society were impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak because individuals were instructed to self-quarantine in their houses to stop virus spread. The lockdown has negative effects on mental health, leading to issues including despair, tension, and frustration. We performed a survey of a total of 1,182 people from the various educational institutions in Delhi, National Capital Region in India, representing different age groups in order to investigate the effects of this pandemic on students' life. The influence of COVID-19 on students of various age groups was noted in the paper as follows: time spent on online classes and self-study, medium utilized for learning, sleeping patterns, daily exercise routine, and the subsequent effects on weight, social life, and mental health. Moreover, our research found that participants used a variety of coping strategies and enlisted the aid of loved ones to deal with stress and worry. The study also looked at how students of all ages interacted on social media sites. According to this study, government agencies should take all necessary steps to improve learning outcomes by reducing the negative effects of the COVID-19 epidemic. The 19 coronavirus illness expanded globally and became pandemic. Lockdown is the greatest solution to slow down and manage COVID-19's fast spread. A sudden lockdown suggests a complete shift in the population's way of life. Social isolation has impact on people's life by making them less active, which may raise the risk of illness through lowering immunity. It is unknown how much less physical activities occurs among physiotherapy professionals and students who promote physical exercise during this lockdown time. Therefore, we sought to assess how the COVID-19 lockout affected degree of physical activity and energy consumption among physiotherapy professionals and students. Chapter 3: Methodology. The study will employ the simple random sampling method in gathering data on the effects of online learning on the CCS ICT teachers and secondary students in Isabela State University Kawayan campus during the lockdown in the school year 2021-2022 to the use of survey questionnaire and will randomly distributed through online form or Google form. By means of this research method, the researcher will able to provide strong, reliable, and exact information and data that are necessary to know the effects of online learning to the students and teachers. Thank you.